What up, chat, and what up, YouTube? This is 3 Live Stream. I am the owner and operator, and we are
Serpents Lair.
tonight.
Get
We're gonna
bit.
be talking about GI Joe Classified hits and misses, 2019 to current, and we gotta give some love to the chat. We got Skydra Walker in the house, DFS, Bodo Frank 21. What's going on, guys? We're about ready to start this thing up. We don't know where Kid is. Where you at, Kid?
Some reason it won't let me watch live chat on. Oh, there it is. Boom. It's coming up. Dare. Great topic. We thought so. I thought it needed to be addressed.
Yeah. What's up, MC? What's up, Mark Cosplay Dare? That's right.
Mark, what up?
Just
is it MC DJ's in there too?
Who?
MC DJ. He's in there too?
Yeah, he's in there. You got the chat rolling?
I got the chat, but it's a little weird on my TV. It's like see-through and in the corner real small. Oh, Ralph, what up? I see Ralph chimed in.
Yeah, man. What's up, Ralph? Ralph was probably dying for us to play trivia again, man. That guy don't miss on trivia. I suck at it.
Oh, especially Seinfeld, right?
All right, so let's just jump into this shit, bro. Like right now. Do you have anything you want to kind of lead the people in with before we start with our hits and misses?
I think I'd like to say as a summary that I think Hasbro's doing a good job on designing and somewhat making changes for the better. I'm not a fanboy, but I'm not a hater. Everyone keeps trying to label me as a hater. I love this stuff. I got it everywhere. It's all throughout my house. I bought every year almost. But I feel like we need to discuss a few of the pros and the cons and things like that are going on. Because, I got mine. I've done some pop and swaps here and there. I needed my Iron Grenadier. If anyone's interested in an easy kit bash, pop and swap, I used the boots off the the Prophet Director and the head and the neck and made my own little hodgepodge here. So, but I think design wise, they're kicking it, doing great. So I'm gonna leave it at that.
What's up, Tiny Plastic? What's going on tonight, man? So, I'm going to post this to chat before we get fired up. I'm going to try to stall a little bit in case Kid does show up, because Kid with Kung Fu Grip is supposed to be here. Chat kind of would like to start off with some hits. What are some hits that y'all have with Classified? If you don't have any hits, go ahead and put your misses in, because I know there's going to be. We're going to preface this now. Just because we have different opinions doesn't mean we can't be respectful.
Listen, if you like the Arctic Storm Shadow, that's your cup of tea, cool. Some of us don't. If you like the movie Fig Storm Shadow, so be it. This ain't here to bash your opinions. This is just here for us to lay out what we like, what we don't like, what we like to see moving forward, what we like to see going away, things like that.
Skydra Walker says Flint is a hit. I think he is a hit too, but I think we've kind of taken him for granted because he's said everywhere. Wait till he's gone, and then he's gone. That's when people are like, oh, because he sat around a little bit with Lady J, not as bad as she did, but a little bit. Okay, Mark Cosplay says, okay, Cobra Viper, new design, love it so much.
This is from Roundhead. He made these when Target was first doing the Cobra Island debacle. This is courtesy of Roundhead. Shout out Roundy.
Oh, hopefully we see him tonight.
Target logo with the no stamp on it.
Does he still have those?
He might. I know that his shirt girl can probably pop these out easy peasy because they were already made. They probably have them in a file somewhere.
Okay. Diamond says Antarctica has a hole in it. I'm not sure what you mean by Antarctica. And what's up, Larkin's Lair? Let's see, MC says, yeah, we're getting there. We're gonna get to that one, bro. Good one. I wish they had file cards and kept the original packaging.
I mean, Larkin says he hasn't even opened his, so
I wish I could say which were hits or misses, but unfortunately, most of mine are still in box. They can still be a
Just
hit or miss either way.
yeah, just looking at them in box, which was your favorite?
Yeah. Renegade Biker,
Hits.
what's up? Think
Commando,
we covered.
Snake Eyes, Bats, Misses, Store exclusives, Pulse exclusives, unpredictable product release dates from Ralph.
Yeah. Ralph is covering a lot of the topics that we're going to hit, and I think here in a second we're just going to go ahead and fire it off.
He said most of the hits are in boxes. Larkin replied.
Yeah.
I hear that. They do look fantastic in package, and we discussed that earlier.
Yeah. Okay, so let's kind of go ahead and start off because a lot of people are. So first we got hits with industry standard on parts, interchangeability on parts, and ease of repair / custom. Go ahead, Viper.
I love the fact that if you want to pop and swap, kit bash, whatever you want to call it, head swap, body swap, fodder swap, you can do that. The O-ring, you can do that, but you can't do it at the level that you can do that with this. So like for an example, you could put a Snake Eyes leg with a freaking Psych Out leg and then low lights waist on certain ones. Some of them fit together, some don't exactly, right? These 25th ones, they don't come apart. You got to break the sonic weld on the body. Now, granted, they're a little closer to classified because the arm pegs can be taken apart. Different arms can be used in conjunction with different legs and different torsos, and you can create better customs than what was offered at some of Hasbro's figure subscription service. So the 25th did good, but Classified does it better because the pegs on Destro are the pegs on almost every male figure. The female figures get a little bit trickier because like the torso size of Lady J or Scarlet to Baroness is different. The peg holes are different. There's not as much of a standard. But on the male figures, it's almost the same construction build on the peg size, the butterfly size, the torso, everything like that. So as far as ease of customability for the layman, the lazy man's custom, I think this is the ticket right here. Marvel Legends is really good, but some of Marvel Legends don't come apart as easy as this or go back together as easy as this. So I think this is the higher level of product. The only thing that I would say that I think they could improve on these toys, because I think the build quality of this is pretty impeccable. Now, there are a few instances of breakages and weak points and things like that. That's to be expected. But overall, they're durable, right? I think the only improvement will be get rid of this crunch here, because some figures swivel and pivot at the torso here, right? So that's more of a realistic function in anatomy, whereas this is kind of limited. Now, this isn't the worst. I'm not saying this is absolutely must be changed, but the female characters use the ball swivel at the top and the ball swivel at the waist, which is where 25th lacked because you don't have any waist articulation. You don't have any thigh articulation. So this is almost a reincarnation of this, but this has been improved on greatly. And my hat is off to Hasbro for that ease of playability, repair, customization, the whole nine.
Ralph Bednarski says misses, no vehicle blueprints. Bro,
Yes, I saw that.
that's a huge miss, Hasbro. I mean,
Huge.
you cannot have GI Joe without file cards and blueprints. We'll get to there. So yeah, so I'm right with you there, Ralph. What's up, Chaz the Guru? Windowless
Oh,
boxes are
Animals
so
in
lame.
here. Chaz is in here. What's up? What's up?
MCDC says, I do hope they do full 82 to 94 lineup of figures. Wishful thinking, but hey, nothing wrong with wishful big. I'm going to touch on that. I don't think
Renegade Biker had a great comment
cool. I
that
don't
is
think
kind of
there's a
old.
chance in hell. I'll get there. Sorry about that. I don't think there's a chance in hell that they touch all those figures. They're gonna have to prove me wrong. They always stop short on a line. Never complete it. They start it. They don't finish it. So my hope is low on that. And that's only because of their track record.
So on that note, real quick, if you expect them to complete it, what would be completion? The whole Real American Hero line from 82 to 94? Or do you want before the subset started going crazy and you had like DEF and those things, where it was still true, a real American hero line, I guess you'd say.
I think I also do believe it's unobtainable to do 82 to 94. There's so many characters, bro. What's the longest the line is last nowadays? How long has Marvel Legends been going? And Star Wars Black Series.
A
Star Wars
long time. What? I don't
Black
even know. I wouldn't want to speak on it.
Black Series I think was 2017. But what I'm saying is nowadays lines just don't last like a decade usually. So
Was it
it,
2017 or what? Did it come out 2015 with those black boxes with the orange? Because I remember collecting the Boba Fett, the Han Solo, the Luke that first came out. They've
yeah.
been at it for a while, regardless. Regardless.
And what's up, Jeezy Crazy? Okay, you said who had a comment?
Uh,
Renegade Biker.
Renegade Biker was talking about how they expect collectors to look up the icons on the sides of the boxes, but don't touch on it with any media or any type of instructions or anything like that such. But I
It's
feel like they abandoned that. They just keep doing it on the box because the website used to show you the figures coming out as a projection, I guess, of sorts. And now that's gone and kind of by the wayside.
So that's what I'm talking about. Here we go again with companies with their ADD approach to things. Start things, stop doing it, not finish it. Like you said, if you're going to not do the file cards and you're going to do the symbols, you best damn well keep doing the symbols, keep putting them out, keep putting it out there on the media. But they just stopped with it. So I got a few figures coming from Hasbro Pulse and eBay. Hopefully by tomorrow. The classified line expects collectors to look up the icons on the box, but don't say anything about in the box. Yes, they need to stop falling short of the mark and finish what they start. I call that the Michael Bay effect. Stop it. Let's see. Make sure I got something else going on here. Even if they didn't print them, it would be cool if they. So Larkin says, even if they didn't print them, it would be cool for a PDF download, at least the file cards and blueprints. Yeah, I have big time issues with file cards. What's up?
Animal made a point on that was very valid. The reason why he thinks they got rid of the blueprints in the boxes, because now the vehicles are almost pre-assembled for you. It's not like how it was on the tree where you had to almost fully assemble the vehicle. Like, you remember those days? You had to break off the pieces, put the missiles on and the wheels and the tires to a certain extent.
Some of the stuff through the 2000s came with blueprints and they were mostly assembled because the construction.
That is true. That is true.
So while we don't need it, we want it because it's there. Who doesn't want to have blueprints of their machine? Like, you know what I mean? That's like an imagination thing. Think about blueprints. It's pointless. Let's see. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and fire off for another one. Sorry if I missed something. Let's go ahead and do this. We're gonna go ahead and do miss because we just praised them for their interchangeability and their build, easy to repair and custom. A miss I have is the red/blue ninjas. I can't stand them figures. So when we were talking the other day, I was going through my head, what figures can't I stand? That one sticks out. The movie figures are horrible, but I think the red ninjas take it. It's more of it looks more Mortal Kombat than it does G.I. Joe. I would rather have the early Fortnite looking style than I would that shit. So when I want a red ninja, a black ninja, a blue ninja, I just want it like Storm Shadow. I mean, it's an if you like getting cash grabs, Hasbro, just do that. Just make our Storm Shadows different colors. You can put a little tweak on if you want, but that red ninja, you want to touch on the red ninja?
Yeah, I mean, you want to talk about a cash grab. You make the Ninja Viper or the Red Ninja in a redone Storm Shadow. Now, not all of us have to buy it if we don't want it because, we're losing space here with these figures. But for those of us that really cherish the Ninja Viper or the Red Ninjas and don't care that it's Storm Shadow repainted, I don't know. I just think it's easy for them to do.
Yeah, Mark Cosplay said a miss is we need a story for these figures. Did Outback time jump? So that's the whole point of it. Don't think just because we're adult collectors that we don't like headcanon. Shout out to Sardo Numbspa 82. One of the guys on our crew, he's the one who coined that headcanon. We still need headcanon. We still want the stories. It's I get things because there's a story behind it. A movie, a show, I want it. So let's say Ralph Bednarski says, honestly, with fans, if it's exclusive, make it that. Don't put FOMO in our head only to offer it again the next month. Was tricked into $50 membership to get Serpentor Mindbender when not needed. Viper, I think we definitely need to be expecting this from Hasbro. Now it is a bad deal, Ralph, but I feel like a lot of us are older and we should have seen the trends they do. They like to do this shit, man. That's why I
And
don't.
I mean,
yeah,
that was an embarrassment to do the Dr. Mindbender as far as like a QR code that, you know, some of the Joe bros at the dang con went over there and snapped photos, and then, you know, Cobra Viper down here in Florida was buying his online with the promo code. So it was like the people that really went to the con and did their legwork to get the exclusive got screwed over by the rest of us morons because someone else took a shot and sent it through the internet. So that was insult to injury for the people that paid, like Ralph.
let's go ahead and welcome. It's been a long time making this happen. What is up, kid, with the Kung Fu
What
Grip?
up?
What's up, y'all? What's going on, man? Yo,
Welcome.
I'm sorry, man. I got the center. What's the time? I thought it was your time, 7:30. Pack. I forgot it was Corey's time, 7:30. Correct?
We're the same.
Who? Pack and
I are the same time. It's 7:48 right now.
Well, hold on. I thought Pack was in Cali. Damn.
A lot of people think that. Yeah, a lot of people.
Damn.
Yes.
I might have
That's
screwed
what
that
I'm
up.
saying.
Central.
Central Standard Time. But let me touch this real quick. Animal Mother says, do you really give a shit about some little icon on a box that tell you the power level of the characters and stats? So like you said, Animal, that's really not a big deal. But what the big deal is Hasbro starting something and not fucking finishing it. Okay. So it's just a little icon now, right? You gave us those fucking icons instead of a goddamn file card. So you best fucking do something with it or give us a damn file card is what I feel. What do you think, kid?
I don't give a fuck about the boxes, actually. I really don't collect classified due to in the beginning I seen the frustration of a lot of people. You know what I mean? So I don't need that type of frustration in my life. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, nah, I'm good on that. You know what I mean? I started to collect it, and then I was like, nah, let me just give this to my brother and let him deal with that, because I don't need no more frustration in my life. You know what I mean?
I see the shelf behind you is vast and long. Jesus.
So yeah, it's only one more little shelf I need to get right over there, and then
we're gonna do another show because we're gonna get you on again, kid, and we're gonna go through your customization and what you do and get into your craft.
Yeah.
Because
because not a lot of people do the 12-inch. That, you know, it's a lot of 3 3/4 and classified for the masses.
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay, so
there's some good comments in the chat, you know, discussing the membership being good. Chaz the Guru was saying that the membership was worth it if you're a multiple line collector for the exclusives and the things coming up. So that's a good difference of opinion. You know, maybe might make you feel a little bit better to some of the people that feel like they might have got hosed, you know, because if you're just using it for one line, you know, maybe you don't get the full satisfaction that you think you'd get, because a year comes up quick, man. we don't think about it, but 12 months, you got to pay again.
I have never paid for a membership. I've never gotten a damn thing from Hasbro Pulse. I get
I haven't
everything.
either.
I get everything through other means, and I don't fucking fall into the tripping game of FOMO. If I'm not gonna get it, if the universe ain't bringing it my way, then I'm ass out, straight up. That's. But when I was younger, come on, I was subject to the FOMO. So,
So did I miss much? I
yeah,
don't.
we're just going through hits and
Everything.
misses.
God damn.
As
Fuck.
the show's over, bro.
So grave.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. No, you just in time. We only did what, the hit of the functionability of the classified, how the parts are interchangeable. You can do kit bashes if you don't have really skill and you got some boiling water. Anybody can do it. So that's kind of what we touched on. And then we were discussing misses of blueprints, silly little icons on the boxes, just to get you up to speed.
Okay, I have one. I have a miss. If I mean, Pac is the director of the show. How we going with it?
Go ahead. Go with your miss, because we're actually on misses right now.
Okay. Repaints. How many repaints are we gonna have, man? These are spots that could be allocated to other characters. We don't need 7 fucking Snake Eyes and 3, 4 Storm Shadows. I mean, yeah, give us the ones that we like. 1, 2, maybe 4, version 4 Snake Eyes or something like that. But to go crazy and make a whole bunch of Snake Eyes, it makes no sense, man. Give us characters that we want. I want sci-fi. Come on.
I can see why they did the redo of Snake Eyes and Retro to try to give the true Commando look. But the Fortnite one's like an outreach to other people that won't be so much G.I. Joe collectors. But the one that really made me scratch my head was the freaking white timber and the gray and black two-tone Snake Eyes for the 7th time. That's the one that really made me like, all right, enough is enough.
Yeah, like the repaints is killing the, like, that's 8 or 9.
Killing the mojo.
That's 8 or 9 spots that could have been allocated to characters, bro. You know what
It's
I mean?
like we're ready for the reveal, and then there's another Snake Eyes or another roadblock.
Yeah.
Like,
and another thing, are other companies required to, when they get the licenses, are they required to do Snake Eyes and Storm Shadow from jump?
So before we touch on that, I got a question for everybody. So, kid, the repaints got you, right? You don't like them shits. So what makes this worse than when they repainted him 3 times in the 80s? And I'm not saying there's a bad difference. I'm just saying
there's no other characters coming in the meantime, in between time. Like before you get to version 2 Snake Eyes, you got 40 fucking characters already, in between that. You know what I'm saying?
That's why I want to put it, because we are speaking directly to Hasbro here. Yeah. Hasbro needs to hear what actual seasoned fans are thinking, because we know our shit. We've been down the road. We're seasoned in this shit. They need to listen to what we say. I think they'd like to listen to the people with FOMO that tell them what they want to hear. Go ahead, Viper.
I think like some of the repaints were warranted because they're trying to like steer the boat that's going off the waterfall, so to speak. But some of the repaints were redundant and not even worth the time and the effort. But then there's other repaints that I think that they could capitalize on. So redo Beachhead in the Tiger Force write-off rip. Blow their socks off. Give them something to make, because there's people out there making O-ring customs of the convention Beachhead Tiger Force that hasn't been released to the masses. So you made that raggedy Destro for the Profit Director, right? Which was a convention exclusive. Not a lot of the masses have it, but you brought that. So why not at least bring something that's going to play with the Tiger Force that you're producing, right? So you're making Outback, you're making Bazooka, Rakondo, and they're looking good. Why not throw in a little cash grab of a Beachhead repaint or a cash grab of Roadblock repainted as Tiger Force, and at least get it done and get it out the way and let us choose if we're going to buy it or not. And it's you already got the tooling, you already got everything ready to go, and it plays in line with the other shit and pumps it up. So instead of having 4 figures, you got 9 figures now. You're like, oh, check it out. We got Beachhead, we got Flint Tiger Force, and we got Roadblock Tiger Force to go along with the Python Patrols and all the other shit. That's just, I don't know.
Also,
Animal Mother Custom says
mind.
most of the repaints are cash grabbers for the mouth. I think it says mouth breathing bandwagon peeps. I think that's what that's supposed to say. Shout out to mouth breathers.
And what chaps my ass also is they don't bring out the first version of the character.
That's the
They
cash
give us
grab.
a weird fucking version that nobody really likes. And then
Well, I think we're kind of past that point.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like if you look at what we're getting in as far as like going forward, I think the only one that I would question is maybe the Rock and Roll, because he's a little newer update, because he's kind of the old and the new blended, like the both versions. He looks like the straight arm with the bandoliers with the OD green suit, even though it was kind of gray. And then the version 2 has the tan and a little bit more of the beard going on. And so I could see where they're like blending the two, because maybe they don't really have like a good direction for an original character. But as far as like coming out with the whack shit for the video game, I think we're past all that shit, and I don't think we have to worry about that ever again.
Yeah, but look what happened with a Roadblock. We had to get, I believe, maybe 2 or 3 of them before we got the one we wanted. Like,
well,
everybody wanted this guy. You know what I'm saying?
Everybody.
So with that being said,
he's got, and they'll trap us because they know they're putting numbers on these boxes, right? And if you're a box collector, you know what I'm saying?
So
you
how quick
continuity.
So
you're
kid,
gonna
how
buy
quickly
all those other Roadblocks.
How quickly should they get to repaints? I'll touch this and then we'll go to kid. I think it depends. I think you can repaint and get actual real blue ninjas, black ninjas. You know, you can go those right off the bat because they're almost separate characters and entities on their own, and they're troop builders, right? So it depends on the characters how quickly they can get to the repaint. In my opinion, I definitely think you get like Kid said, you need to wait till you get a good amount of characters in between before you start smashing them. What do you think, Kid?
Yeah, man. Like I said, there's so many characters in the G.I. Joe ecosystem that every show out that they have, they can't keep coming with the same guys that they had just because they have the mold. You know what I'm saying? We're starving over here for different characters, and you're shoving fucking Snake Eyes and fucking.
I think on the hit side, though, with the characters they've moved to, I think that they're trying to backpedal and appease people. It doesn't make up for their shortcomings with marketing and distribution and supply and demand. And like Chaz the Guru said a long time ago, which I wanted to touch on, is it's a real American hero line. People want, or it's an American line. It's coming in other countries first. Like there's so many other problems that we could talk about for misses, but I feel like a major hit is that they're trying to write their course. And like, I don't excuse them, but I'm just at least acknowledging that some of the new figs coming down the pipe, they looking fantastic, bro. Like Bazooka blew me away. I love the Bazooka.
I mean, I'm not saying what they're coming out with, most of the time it's cool if it's an original, the original version. Yeah, we're like, oh, we want that, right?
So
they don't have as much real estate as they used to have in the toy stores as well. You know what I mean?
Do you feel like
house for G.I. Joe? You know what I'm saying? Now we got 2 pegs, 3 pegs.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to change either.
Yeah. So we gotta hope that these guys bring out the guys we want in the time. You know, I mean, we do some selfish shit. We want these guys when we want them, but come on, no more repaints until you kick out like 5 or 6 original characters from the line. You know what I mean?
Yeah, Roundhead says, yeah, take the numbers off the boxes. Agreed. The only reason those numbers are on the box is to get the completionists. They know.
Yeah.
They have been studying collectors and profiling them. They know exactly what to do.
Mhm.
Like, so I don't shade anybody that does a certain thing. Animal Mother Customs is a great guy. He says if you buy classified, send a shelf to look at a number, you need to be slapped. But that's just kind of different pockets of collectors we may be. What we may not understand from one, they may not understand from us.
Yeah.
So that Animal Mother, they have suckered people in with them numbers, and they did it on purpose. You know, those movie figures had no business being numbered. They're garbage. They don't even look aesthetically the same as the rest of the figures.
That's what broke me.
Mm.
Yeah.
That's what broke me, honestly.
Well,
Changed the whole game.
And the box art, if you're gonna be a box guy, right? The artwork, some of these fucking things are shitty. You know what I mean? Like, put the same artist on every fucking box so the shit has some type of continuity. You got fucking Kamakura shit looking like some goofy cartoon, and then you got fucking the Slaughters Marauders barbecue looking awesome with the art.
yeah, it's a good point you make, kid. And the art hasn't bothered me a lot, but there's other people it does, so it needs to be addressed.
If you're gonna close the box off and you can't see the figure, have some great art on the fucking box. Not no stupid fucking Zorana. Like, come on. Some of these things look stupid. I could see giving artists a chance. You know what I mean? But if you're gonna have some box art and you can't see the figure, man, make sure the shit blows you away.
What's up, Profit Director? I think the best thing that we can show Hasbro is we can call it down the middle. We can say things we like. We can say things that need to be improved, but we can also get along with each other. I know for a fucking fact, Kid, Viper, that they like it when we fight with each other. So I won't say this person's name. I won't say this person's YouTube channel, but I watched a Mattel, a person interview a Mattel employee. They said, we love it when you guys argue with each other. I'm like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. They said that. I'm like, yeah, I bet you do. But the thing is, we can get along with shit even though we don't like it. You know, so they like to thrive on any kind of advertisement. Doesn't matter whether it's good or bad. But if I get behind on chat and I miss something, guys, I do apologize. This is a packed show, and it's going to take us a while to get through shit.
So
Also, I'm sorry if I curse a lot, but
so do I. Don't worry about it.
It's fun.
Go ahead, Viper.
Animal was talking about how the numbers on the box, it's kind of idiotic if you just collect for those. And I think I could say that not everybody collects just for the numbers. We would like to be up and current with it. Like when I first got into it, I thought, oh, I'm going to collect all the numbers. I'm going to have all the boxes. I'm just going to keep them. Because I wanted to have them because we've been so long without them. It was a nice novelty to have, to see it on the shelf, all in numerical order. Good sense of accomplishment. But then when they started throwing boomerangs in the game, it was like, oh man, I'm not buying that. Freaking raggedy movie figures coming down the pipe. And then of course they got the black box, which looks dope, like the 00 box. Mm-hmm. And then, oh, this ties me to another thing. You got those numbered in there, and then you number the twins backwards to where if you put the boxes together to make the artwork, make the COBRA logo, it's friggin' flip-flop. You got the artwork for that pack?
Let's not get on the twins, man. They should have had the mirror pack from the beginning. And
that's the major miss. It's a major miss.
A 3-pack for the Vipers and a 2-pack for these fucking stupid blue ninjas.
Right.
Come on. Mirror pack is a fucking slam dunk.
Even if you don't do the mirror pack, which is the no-brainer because it's the 40th anniversary, for God's sakes, you could do the black packages and at least try to make it look a little bit like the shit, and make sure that when you put the numerical twins together, that the Cobra logos align when the boxes are side by side, because that's the only brainiac thing to do. Not have the boxes reversed so the Cobra logos are on the outside, not even touching one another. It looks retarded.
All right. What's up, Pop the Trunk Toys? I'm gonna keep it moving because we are up against it, guys. We have less than an hour, so I want to keep this moving.
You want to run through any photos?
Yeah, let's do that in a second. I want to talk about a hit that we had talked about earlier,
Pop?
aesthetically pleasing. So we were in the 2000s when they shifted the way they were building the figures. They went to the 25th anniversary in the later 2000s. They weren't very aesthetically pleasing. They had diaper crotches and stuff like that. So I would say they have done a good job on them being aesthetically pleasing and looking well. What do you think? I know you're not collecting, kid, but what do you think about that?
I don't think nothing about it. I really wasn't into that shit around that time, so I can't really comment. I see them at my friend's toy store, and they look weird to me and shit. You know what I'm saying? If they were aesthetically pleasing, I'm sure everybody would have been on it. You know what I'm saying? But I really don't have no comment on that because I wasn't really collecting around that time.
We brought that because I was when I liked the 25th anniversary because I wanted to them to go into more modern stylizing, but I just couldn't stand some of the designs. Go ahead, Viper.
I thought they were definitely aesthetically pleasing because the Destro, when I walked in the store, it was on the shelf, and this is the only thing I bought. The Snake Eyes was there. Everyone was there. They were plentiful when I first found them, but it was the Destro that sold me to at least buy one, because like I looked at them, I saw the price, I was like, $20. I don't know if I want to buy this.
You said the 25th
thing.
Right?
No, this was when these came out. Because 25th, I was asleep at the wheel. I don't even know where I was in the world. I think I was under a rock somewhere, right? Because I didn't discover them till 50th.
He said about the 25th, not the classified. That's the what is that you got?
Well, he said this is aesthetically pleasing. This is what we're talking about in general, is classified.
Oh, I'm sorry. Those are fucking awesome. Whatever they're bringing out classified is awesome detail-wise. Obviously, they should be. Fucking 2020 fucking going on 23.
Yeah, but hey, think about Selfie Series. You would think that's where we're giving them props. They're aesthetically pleasing. You think, kid, it's 2022, 2023. It should. But look at some of the shit they putting out that still looks like shit. Go ahead. Sorry, I interrupted you.
Yeah.
No. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
You love them, right, kid? I mean, like you would buy them if you would buy them if you didn't have the hassle of playing catch up now and the bullshit of buying them in the first place.
I don't have to. I could go get the whole collection right now in 10 minutes, right? But I just don't like the waiting time to wait for the next figure to come out. You know, they show these fucking figures and then it's a year out, like, and then some other country fucking secretly gets them before us, and we're America. Like, I don't like the politics of us getting it. You know what I'm saying? We're on edge. We're trying to fucking search for these shits. They're not in the fucking stores. You know what I mean? That's the only thing that makes me shy away from it. You know what I mean? Because I can have the whole collection right now. You know? But they're awesome. Everyone that came out are awesome. You know what I mean? Other than fucking those ninjas, maybe. You know what I'm saying? I don't like how Zorana looks. You know, I don't like how Dusty looks with his fucking helmet.
Zorana? You don't like Zorana?
I don't like Zorana's head. Her fucking head looks funny.
I gave her a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fire. Absolute fire. Now, I even like her box art because it's kind of like indie anime-ish in your face. Like, I like the little sass that it kind of has. I know it's just art, but and then you look at the figure compared to that artwork, right? Like the artwork's cool, it looks good. It's like a different version of Zorana, but it has nodes of the original. And then you look at the classified one, dude. I mean, if you wanted to look like the original, they nailed it. And if you wanted to have a Scotia the 50th anniversary box set that they had, they nailed that too. Because if you look at those compared to one another, they were really true to the original on the box set, but they changed it. They made the tears on both of the legs. They gave her a little bit more of a lankier edge to her. But I like the classified because they gave her the earrings and the OG hair plus the variant hair. So you get the option of both. So granted, we could complain about hands and wanting more hands, which I think warrants more of a need than extra hair. But the fact that we got that extra hair is a nice nod to say, all right, you like the variant, you like the OG. You can't take the earrings off, but you can at least rock the hairstyle that you liked for your shit because they wanted to cover both fucking bases. So as far as like placating to fans, they did a phenomenal job to me. 10 out of 10.
Okay. I mean, yeah, it looks good, but it still ain't it's not the best in the line. You know what I'm saying?
Well, it's cool if you don't like it. Like Chaz the Guru earlier was saying he loved the Red Ninjas. I know other people that love the Red Ninjas. I don't like the Red Ninjas. Pac don't like the Red Ninjas. So
You know what?
it is.
If you like it, you win. We talk about the things we like. I don't beef or bust on nobody because they're different than me. Motherfuckers,
Yeah, it's cool.
We're all fucking different people. Like,
yeah, if you don't like Zorana, that's fine. I just rated it as a 10.
Yeah.
What was your other character that you said you didn't like? Dusty?
Yeah, Dusty. See, the problem I have with when they bring something out, realize, stop trying to fucking bring out the old one and make it bigger. You know what I'm saying? Try to give it little subtle updates. You know what I'm saying? Like when they first came out, these motherfuckers had the blue comms and shit. Okay, different fucking
The Nerf guns,
shin guards and shit like that. That was still okay because they updated the figure a little bit. When you try to fucking remake the old shit to a larger size, it looks weird to me. Plus, if you don't have Dusty and his helmet don't have that fucking cloth shit, you fucking lose. You know what I mean?
It needs to be soft goods. I completely agree.
It needs to be soft goods.
My hands are tied on that, Lenny. I can't say shit because I'm in the same boat.
Do you want soft goods, Viper?
Of course.
Yes.
Of course, man. You gave us soft goods on Serpentor and Mindbender and Snake Supreme, Cobra Commander. For the love of God, give us a little piece of bullshit cloth on the back of the helmet. Have some worker in China glue that shit in there. That's their job every day.
Everybody,
Ricky Glue Fingers.
Shit off and get some fucking cloth and glue that shit on, man, and keep it pushing.
Bro, manufacture them in the U.S. I'll glue the shits in Dusty all day.
Would you be for this chat panel? Would you be for upgrade packs? So they listen to us and they're like, hey, we give you soft goods for Dusty, and they put different things in there that we want that they missed on figures. Would you be up for that?
Not from Hasbro. Somebody should fucking, like, you got these other customizers making what we want. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? But for them to go back around and fucking try to get more money from us and shit, do it right the first time, motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? Don't fucking. I mean, I would like weapons packs. That would be dope, like the old style. You know what I mean? But upgrade packs because you missed some shit.
Everybody else and their brother is doing weapons packs. You've opened the door to people like Thanatos, Gridiron Studios, One Per Case, all these, which thank heavens that these mofos are out here and this is available because you can get what your little heart desires to a certain extent. Not everybody makes it that chef's kiss exactly verbatim as the original. So we got to settle sometimes, but the people at Hasbro could make it. And so that goes to your point. Like, do people want the same figure or do they want the update? I was really cool with a lot of the updates, but not everything. Like I like the Duke, but I hate the fucking Roadblock. And I love the Scarlet, but I hate the fucking gung ho. So it's like, it's a love hate. Snake Eyes from that line, I fucking loved it. Like this figure to me, I gave a 10 out of 10.
Mm-hmm.
I still think this is a fantastic figure, and this is the number 2 in the whole line. They could have just ran with this. Even it's the same as the 00.
Yeah.
But it's like, I think, okay, if you messed up on the figures, like, I don't think we need to go backwards at this point. Let's keep moving forward, and they can play catch up on the train when we get to the next station, so to speak.
What if they
too dusty with a fucking cloth on his fucking?
What if they put the accessories that they fucked up on in a future release, and they didn't charge us anymore?
They ain't gonna do that.
No, if they did, would that be acceptable? Mattel has done it before. Mattel has done it in the past before.
Well, then my bacon would be airborne, so to speak, if that was happening, because I don't think Hasbro would do it. Mattel might do it because I feel like Mattel still cares about getting people's shit, because when you look at Mattel, you can get He-Man for days. You can get Buzz Lightyear for years. Like, it is everywhere.
You know how Marvel Legends offers these builder figures? Okay, when Sci-Fi comes out, give us fucking Dusty's fucking correct helmet in the
If
pack.
they can find a way to not fucking insult us and charge us more and get us the fucking accessories we want, are we down for that?
Yeah, but there's people like Gridiron Studios. So this chat's talking about this right now. Gridiron Studios has some busy stuff, and they have some really spot on stuff. But I'd say 99% of their stuff is spot on. There's a very small, minimal amount of shit that when I look at it, I'm like, that's corny. Almost everything, I'm like, damn, that's pretty dope. Damn, that's pretty dope. And I find myself constantly saying that. Now, I don't own the stuff. It's never been in my hand. But just from interactions with my homies that touch the shit every day and photograph and play with it, I get the real common sense idea of what it is, because they use it in photo shoots constantly. They're always touching, taking the gun out, putting a finger in the thing, and I don't get a lot of complaints on it. But that is nice that it's available, but it's expensive. So would we want Hasbro to offer it at Hasbro prices, like, $19.99 for the weapons pack? Because some of the Gridiron stuff is like $19.99 for a gun in some cases.
I would rather, either do it right the first time or let these motherfucking customizers live. You know what I mean? Because their fuck ups are the customizers' turn ups. You know what I'm saying? So keep doing what y'all doing, customizers. Y'all are doing good. Although I don't collect that shit, but y'all motherfuckers are nice. I be seeing some dope shit. Customizers come out with a fucking helmet, put the cloth on it, and sell that motherfucker for however you want.
So I've seen DFS, Animal Mother Customs, some of these other guys that are out there, Strawnox, G.I. Joe, A Real American Hero. They do the classified customs, and they're putting it down like Hasbro should have. We'll get to that later.
We're going to be having some of those people on this show. That's going to be a part of some of the shows that we do have. People like Animal Mother, people like Destro's Dungeon, people like Kid. We're going to get what their craft up on screen, and we're going to enjoy that, because working with your hands and owning your craft is something to be proud of. So all y'all motherfuckers do a great job on that shit too. So we're definitely going to acknowledge that on different shows. But we're going to go ahead so we make sure we get this stuff, because we're already 50 fucking minutes into this. So let's go ahead. I got some images, Viper. So this is you. All right.
All right.
We're going to go ahead. I'm going to get rid of my camera so the pictures maybe look a little bit better.
I'll do the same.
Okay. And I'll bring my camera back when yeah. So we got
God damn.
Go ahead, Viper. I'm gonna let you run through these pictures, but we got a lot of them, so we need to kind of whip them.
This is just a basic, error in paint. it got missed on the skin tone run through. It happens a lot. I have this all the way down from the 25th to the O-rings. It's to be expected, but there are cases of it. So this is just one example.
Okay.
Is there an excuse for this? I don't know. These motherfuckers, $1 billion company, damn near. They should be fucking.
Is there an excuse for this fucking goddamn squish mitt looking fucking holder?
Damn.
So that's the DP hole, bro.
Yeah, it is. It looks like a squish mitt. Sorry.
All right. So the basic thing with this is it could have come down to plastic error, where like you put it in the packaging, it gets warm in there. The clear plastic itself pushes on that and depresses it because there's no weapon in it to keep it plump. I've seen, like, when you take them out of the package, you can see that they mold those packages pretty well around the figure itself. So there is somewhat of a pocket for that not to be crushed, but there's, variations in some of those. So this, I think a little bit of heat and stick like a piece of paper down in there or cardboard that's the right diameter, cut it to size. You could probably repair that pretty easy. Yeah. But this is kind of things to look for because the plastics are softer. They're not strong like the shit from the 80s that gives you cancer. So
that's probably because they've been sitting in the fucking factory waiting for people to buy it for so long.
Or in a fucking shipping container yard or on the ship, or maybe it was floating in the ocean and that was a recovered one.
I'm with DFS right now. That'll be fun to fix. I hate having to fix something right away. I hate having to spend my money and fix your shits.
Right.
Yeah.
You motherfuckers are giving instructions on, yo, the shit might break. Let me fucking, you drop it in some fucking boiling water before you play with it. Man, get the fuck out of here with that.
That's kind of been going on for a while. Like, I've gotten some Pacific Rim toys that when I opened them, it had a little instruction that's saying, heat up the figure in some warm water before moving the joints for ease of use.
So you got some QC action going on with this Mindbender as well.
So the Mindbender, this is Roundhead's photo. This he's got the cape has bled through on the shoulder, and this doesn't really happen on the old figures. This seems to be, I think, the newer plastics a little bit more porous. Whatever dye is in this cape is not. Yeah, I know. I said it's yours, you mother trucker. And the
shout out to Roundhead.
Yeah.
He said, "Yo, that's mine, bro. We said it. Come on now." Mark Cosplay says, "Heat gun with it." Same thing happened with Return of the Return of the Jedi Black Series Boba Fett. So let's go to the next one. Yeah, you just keep busting them out, Viper. I don't know why you have this one.
So this is an example of the necessity in the market for people to make their own stuff. This is part of a miss. This is a huge miss that these mother truckers are doing, because this jet right here is being made by Time Traveler's Workshop. It's designed by Steve's 3D. It's been 3D printed. It has all the authority to print it. He purchases the files from Steve. He's totally legit. But this thing is a work of art in itself. So anyone can buy the file, but you know what it takes to make a good print. So this, if you look at like Hasbro's renders, like when they made the first Hiss tank, it was a 3D printed toy. Like when they showed that shit at the con and it wasn't painted yet. Same with the Sky Striker. It's basically the same thing we have here. Only difference is Hasbro has huge resin printers, and they can make this shit lickety split because, two dudes in their fucking basement are coming out with this. Come on now.
Animal Mother Custom says it's not the cape that silver is coming from, the silver straps under the cape.
Okay.
So
it looked like black or purple to me.
Either way, but you nailed it.
I wasn't saying it's silver. I thought it was the dye.
This plastic is way too porous.
So this has happened to people I know where they've ordered stuff from Amazon, and they got ramen noodle packages in their boxes of Amazon. This has been happening to Legos. So all the windowless packaging, this has been happening too.
Oh, people are getting windowless packaging inside the motherfuckers, ramen noodles and whatever bullshit.
This is one example. I got other examples in these photos. This is one.
We hate the windowless boxes, and there's reasons for that.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so
I think this is the silver rub. If this was what's Animals discussing again, this is just another example from someone else.
right.
There's the ramen.
Damn. Lord have mercy.
Yep.
Amazon's idea of new, not like new, near new, new.
Yo, people are bugged out, yo.
So as we got brittle gold plastic syndrome back in the day, and it appears that it's made its way into the 21st century.
That's bad news right there. You got an $80 toy right here. Well,
before I came on, I seen a post that a guy just fucking got his Serpento and he threw it right in the fucking water, so he wouldn't have no problems like this. That's sad.
Yep.
You got to do that.
That's you best be giving me a refund right now.
I mean, that's sad, but if he was wonky and floppy, we'd be having a pitch fit.
Well, there's a fine line though. You can't just over tighten the shit. You need to figure out what the fuck to do with the joint. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you over tighten it and then it snaps because you're like, well, people bitch because it's loose. No, do your job. Your job is to know toys. Come on now. 2022, 2023. All right. So I teased this on Instagram. Motherfuckers want to know what this is about. Hit them.
All right. So someone got the officer taken out and the accessories taken, and they got 3 of the regular Vipers from the accessory pack and no officer and no accessories.
Hey, windowless packaging.
Give windowless packaging.
Yeah.
Get seriousness like this.
I believe in this photo they have some of the accessories, but they don't have the accessory for the 3rd Viper. It looks like 2 backpacks, 2 pistols, a sniper rifle, and then 3 of the same dang Cobra Vipers.
Yeah,
and this is the problem with windowless packaging. This is a huge miss. Not to mention the boxes look like crap. They just took a stock photo of Corey, Lord of the Rings, posing them in his little photo studio for the back there.
It looks like somebody went on PixArt or some kind of app, just me, you in the garage, whatever the fuck, and just print some shit off. They look horrible. And this is a company that banged out hella box art, hella card art, and this is what you give us on this busted ass box. Unacceptable. Animal Mother Custom says it's the pinless joints. You have to heat that shit up. We understand that, but we shouldn't fucking have to. So these are misses, Hasbro. We shouldn't have to do this shit. Our money.
Well, I think Animal has a point that some people might just be meatheads and not realize that, because I mean, if you're cautious and and you're aware that. I mean, when you know a pothole is going to blow your tire out, do you just continue driving over it, or do you avoid that motherfucker?
Some people continue. Some people avoid.
Yeah, but the problem is it shouldn't be happening. I should be able to rip my fucking box open with excitement and start moving these motherfuckers.
These joints,
well, that was
plastic that's sticking. That's the problem.
Right.
So out and either make metal hinges or something. Do something.
You can figure something out in 2023. I ain't got to fucking get a goddamn cup of boiling water. Stop it.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
That shit is weird, man.
I know it needs to happen, Viper and Animal. I know it needs to happen, but stop it.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Viper. This is all Viper's baby. He sent these pictures and we got them uploaded. Saw him.
So the Duke, I thought the Duke first go around was a great reimagination of the character.
Mm-hmm.
They say he's babyface. They say he got big shin guards. They say it's weird to have bullet holes on there. He got a red watch. All this bullshit. He got a comm link. Whatever. To get something new and fresh, just fucking enjoy the shit for one thing,
I thought the Duke
is new and it's fresh. I love the Duke. Now the repaint was even better.
The repaint was good. What's up, Big M and Curtis Schultz?
The one thing that is unacceptable that I can't give him a pass for is the weaponry, the Nerf gun weaponry. But it's a cash grab, right? They want the toy to match their Nerf line, to be non-threatening and or sell more toys.
Mm-hmm.
So this right here, this is the truth. I mean, this is the best Storm Shadow that they've given us, I think, to date. Some people might not like it. I absolutely love it.
Where's my fucking?
Just,
I'm gonna keep saying it. Why can't I fucking have a blue and black?
so
And
this
fucking,
is the retro redone Storm Shadow that they removed the gauntlets. They got the black off the bottom of the feet. This is how you guys might complain about a repaint, but man, when I see this, it's a welcome sight.
Mm-hmm.
it looks
It
so
really
good.
is.
And dude, I
Only thing I would critique about this one is that where his black belt is, that plastic is a different color. It's weird. You know what I'm saying? So when you get it, you're like, this is off from the regular white that's on the figure.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that's wrong with that figure.
I see Animal Mother. Definitely understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, just an amazing figure. Same with this Destro. This is what pulled me into Classified and made me say, fuck it.
Oh
Now,
my
granted,
God. Let's give him some shine because this Destro is fucking fire. The first Snake Eyes is good too.
Mm-hmm.
This Destro.
this is the retro Destro, but I think they put the original head on it because I don't see the eyebrows.
I like them both. I mean, damn, them shits was good.
Yeah.
Unless he did a boot swap because they look black. He could have dyed them. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? But either way, that's the beauty of these toys. They can be tinkered with, they can be customized. Just a little lineup of the troopers and Baroness. And I mean, I think all of these figures were 10s. The infantry was kind of like, hey, we're sorry you couldn't get more troopers. It's like, we don't want that. Just re-release the troopers, you bums.
Exactly,
Don't give us some alternative gray coloring that, yeah, it matches the cartoon, but the trooper to me was a 10 out of the park. The infantry is probably like a 7 to me.
Look at these figures. Look at some hell.
Oh, nice.
There's some good detail going on here.
Yeah, look at fucking my man's face.
Yeah, major blood.
A figure like that type of detail, bro.
You take criticism, Hasbro, but we also giving you praise. These figures, a lot of these figures look great. You know,
Amazing. And I just think if you really don't like these, it could be down to opinion. But, you know, for my opinion, the Viper's not perfect, but he's still fantastic. Freaking 8 or a 9 on the Viper.
I would love to see.
Really like.
I'd love to see mirrored visors. You know, at chrome visors. You know what I mean?
I'd love to see the mirrored visors, and I'd love to see some retooling on the legs and give us the right boots and the stripes on the inside of the pants and go straight 86 Viper. I want red gloves. I want red gauntlets. Like, let's fucking do the thing, right?
We're going. Okay, so I'll talk about this when we're done with the pictures. If you remind me about.
And I think that's what people really like is because we love the O-rings, but man, we're finally getting toys in the 21st century that match the detail that we want. It's just when we're adults and we're trying to spend money now, because this is the perfect experiment. You have children that are almost brainwashed to love these toys because it's on the cartoons, it's everywhere. The whole store is filled to the brim with these fucking He-Mans and Star Warses and G.I. Joeses, right? Well, now all those He-Man, Star Warses, and G.I. Joeses are freaking middle-aged dads with their kids. The money is going to be pouring in. You just got to make it what they want. And the hardest part is to have pride and not want to listen to the actual fans and these snotty, arrogant assholes that get in charge of the IPs. They're like, we're going to do our own thing. And if you don't like it, it's your problem. It's like, no, you took something that's a legacy series and you shit on it.
They ain't gonna buy this shit.
What up, M3?
Yeah, they ain't gonna buy it. So this, people might like it. It doesn't look bad. It's not off-putting.
Okay. I want to talk about this before I go to the next picture. So when you're done,
it's redundant.
I want to talk about this. I need to get in our beer. What up, Marcos?
What up, Marcos? It's redundancy too, man. But this is the insult to injury because it's like, here's number 7 for you, right down your throat. And here's a dope white wolf that if you want to do anything Arctic, you got to buy this. Here you go, you bums. You got to buy this now.
Mm-hmm.
So I was there was no reason to give us this figure. Give us the fucking version 3 with the swords on the chest. But there's no reason to give us the snake eyes. And I've had this thing in hand because shout out to my buddy Lance. He helps me get classifieds because I'm just not going to, like I said, I'm not going to trip on the way they want me to get them. We opened this up right when he got it. That was my first instance of dealing with this stupid packaging. Cheap inside, cheap outside, but more than that, I could take this figure and just shake it. This figure was the legs loose. It felt like shit. It did not feel like the first version at all.
Then the quality's gone down.
Money. First version is money, bro.
Okay, so you know
money.
All right, you know what I might think that is? I think so. If you run a mold so many times, it's not as good as it once was.
Mold degradation.
Yeah, they've ran the Snake Eyes mold of that exact body how many times? They did Red Ninjas with it. They did Snake Eyes with it. They did Double O's with it. That bitch.
The material in my hands just feels like shit on this one, dude. It just feels like I could take any part and squeeze it in my hand and just bust it.
Pack, we got to do our part to save the environment. So we're going to buy our plastic and complain about having plastic in the packaging.
Yeah.
It makes total sense.
You're trying to save the fucking planet, but the fucking figure's all plastic. What are you doing?
Yeah, we're done. We're going to move on with this because Roundhead just summed it up like no reason for this figure. We're on.
Nope. Only reason is to take your money if you want to do Arctic shots. All you bums up there in the north, I feel for you.
Why does he come out before 30?
So he comes. All right. So hold on. I'm a kid more of the 90s Joes. Mm-hmm. He comes out because he was the best rendition of that time of a military figure.
Mm-hmm.
If you want British SAS, dope, badass little bag of grenades, big old machine gun, perfect OD green colors, look no further than Big Ben. He was the shining star in the pile of 90s garbage, so to speak. I think they made him to go against Valaverse to bring a little bit of British love and pride to the G.I. Joe toy line because, yes, it is American hero, but these people are from other parts of the world, and he happens to be from over across the pond in Great Britain. And so I kind of feel like with the hype of Valaverse, they had to put another dig to it after they put the knife in their side with Sergeant Slaughter. Like they're just finishing off they're going for the jugular with the Big Ben because they're like, oh, anyone who loves their mother and country, if you don't buy Big Ben, you're not a loyalist to Great Britain.
Right. I mean, I don't mind them jumping around because
G.I. Look at the Uzi.
Everybody,
the little Mac 10.
I don't like jumping. I don't like the jumping around. That's.
I think so. I think the jumping around
maybe in order though.
Maybe it's a little necessary to try to please multiple generations.
But as far as design-wise goes, this figure is amazing to me. I don't care if he's British or not. The gas mask, the machine gun, the badass little submachine gun, and then the big old fucking honking machine gun with the bandoliers of he is the British version of rock and roll, whether you like it or not.
The wolf felt okay. The wolf felt okay, Curtis. Oh yeah, so let me talk about some bats before Viper starts going, bro. Bats is
yeah,
bats is the Serpentor bat and the Viper. They're my favorite figures ever, bro. And I got nothing bad to say. I have a hit that I want to talk about. A hit for me is their troop builders. Other than we've already talked about the Red Ninja.
Yeah, that's kind of what this was. These fuckers have been plentiful,
dude. These troop builders are on fire. The Crimson Guard, the troopers. I think the troopers could be reworked to be a little bit better because the Alley Vipers, they are just taking the troop builders aesthetics and the look to the next level, man. We're all about Cobra. I mean, they're nailing some Cobras. I think they need to do more work on the Joes, a lot more work on the Joes than they do the Cobras for my personal preference. Go ahead, Kid, if you got anything you want to say on that, do that, man. Sure.
I love the bat. I don't care for that Python Patrol one, but the regular bat is dope. Other than give us a ventricular chest piece, please. Like, you know what I mean? Come on.
Yeah. So like we said,
That was the draw for the first fucking bat. You know
so
what I mean?
that's something that we could tell them, put soft goods in another figure later on for another figure, get us a holographic chest pieces. There are certain things that we would like. Don't make us pay extra for them. Put them in another figure, maybe down the line or something.
Yeah. Like a BAF or something.
Yes, sir. We don't pay no more though. It's you saying, look, we listen to you. We want to give you what you want. These figures do deserve to have those, and we don't want you to pay any more.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Viper.
Man, just the bats. It's a crowd favorite. Yeah, they messed up with not doing the see-through chest plate and giving us another chest plate in the same black color. It's like, who the fuck gave the authority not to do clear? Like the Python Patrol chest plate being painted with the stripes is actually a really good thing. I like that. It looks very nice. I really like it. Taking away the head and repackaging the whole thing is a huge miss. It's like, oh, okay, you care about the environment, but you just spent the money to retool the packaging to remove the head that you already gave us in the previous package. So you're just shooting yourself in the foot, basically, trying to cut corners. So how much did you really save to take our thing away? And then another thing that was kind of odd is like, all right, so why didn't you make the backpack match the OG? Like you're gonna make it. You tried to, it's like you tried to half-ass appease with that downward facing accessory because the 91 bat had that downward facing accessory, right? So it's like you're blending it in the wrong way because you went full, you like copied it verbatim almost and did a good job at it, and then you missed on the clear chest plate, and you gave them the clear chest plate in the past. It doesn't make sense.
Easily get a piece that just snaps over that. Snap over that.
Well, that's another thing. They're missing the market because now people like One Per Case and some of those other guys at Thanatos, they sell chest plates. You can get them green, red, orange. You can get the rainbow over there in your chest plate.
Their misses are the customizers hits. So feel good.
Right.
Feel good.
I agree with you, DFS.
Hold on a second. DFS says anything identifiable as British on Big Ben is getting repainted or thrown in the trash. Dude, DFS a banger, bro. DFS.
Bro,
so many y'all.
Animal was painting up something and it had a British logo on it, and I kept harassing him to paint over it. He's like, I will. He finally did. I was like, thank you.
Yeah, we got several more pictures, so we need to kind of blow through these a little bit.
This is a miss. It's a hit because it's a figure that people still like, but I think it's a miss out the gate because this should have came down later.
Yeah,
and
you give him before you give the
cash grab. Nobody was going to buy this. Nobody was going to buy this if they gave us the one we wanted first.
They made him a Cobra, but in the goddamn G.I. Joe real world, he's a G.I. Joe in Ninja Force. The Arctic Mission Storm Shadow is a G.I. Joe, but they made him a Cobra for classified. So that's part of jumping.
Can I just go right past this picture, my lord?
Look at that knee. Look at that terrible bent knee.
Look at how dull and horrible and plain. This doesn't even look, I'm gonna tell you right now, this doesn't look like it was in the same fucking line as some of the shit we just been looking at.
Yeah.
That shit look like a fucking Star Wars figure.
Shit looked like a hat full of assholes.
This was just to highlight how good she is, bro.
I'm a big fan of Dreadnoks and Zarana and Zarana and God dang it, Xandar. Xandar. This is one of my favorites as a kid, man. So I can't wait to get this figure. I'm sorry if I'm getting losing chat a little bit. I will get caught up with you later, but we need to get through some of this right here. But yeah, this is a huge hit right here for me, not for others. We got some more blood here. I mean, that's what I want to say. So look at that. Look at this.
Yep.
Oh my God.
The grittiness, the realisticness. I mean, this
they should have gave us instead of that fucking Tiger Force one. Come on, man.
Cash grab. It's just a cash grab. People want this
first.
No.
Hold on. No, it is not a cash grab. It is a strategically done thing. It is only genius to release figures that can be repainted in Tiger Force and vice versa. So you dot your T's and cross your I's. And as far as business and finance, that's a hell of a fucking smart play.
Well,
so you guys might be salty, but let's be real about being in business. They want to make profit.
Viper, I
Yes.
like Tiger Force. Some people don't, right?
You don't have to buy the Tiger Force.
Tiger Force is fire, right?
None of the other things other than the originals, but we're gonna buy it anyway.
Well, you guys, all right. So I
think giving a Tiger Force first.
I think Tiger Force should come out at the same time as the regular release. You can buy either one. It's your option. We're doing Tiger Force right now, and since we're offering the Tiger Force, you can also buy the regular release at the same time. We're just going to do the same production because why else would you do it just to get us to buy it? And I think people need to be patient though, because if you see it in Tiger Force, but it's not your cup of tea, be patient. You will get it. At least you know what it's going to look like, right? So you look at the bazooka, you're like, oh my fucking God. I'm out of classified, but I'm buying the bazooka. Mark my words. I'm not backing down from that. I'm going to buy that fucking bazooka. I'm not going to buy the Tiger Force, but when that regular one comes out with the red jersey, the New England jersey, I'm scooping it. You know, but at least you know it's coming to where it's not like, all right, sci-fi. When are we ever going to see sci-fi? Not until they release them. Exactly. This right here is an example of a repaint that went off without a hitch. They went in there and they said, they're screaming at us, let's do what we can do to fix this. And they gave them the right gun. They gave them a closer hat. They gave them a closer logo. They gave them a really good vest, excuse me. And they gave him bare hands, got rid of them hokey big ass gloves like he's going to be lumberjacking. They use kind of the same legs, same accessories and things like that. So it's not the end of the world as far as like them losing money on the figure. They just changed the hands, changed the head.
No excuse on the first release though. There's no reason to give us the fucking thing they got. They know we wanted
there's no excuse because whoever designed that video game and gave that shit a pass doesn't know shit about G.I. Joe and fans and what the fuck they want. They were trying to make a Fortnite game out of G.I. Joe and they realized that they had no idea what the fuck they were doing.
Yo, whoever did this picture is awesome.
Zartan.
That guy's an asshole.
Zartan, man. That even just the regular release, that is in running for best figure in the line for me right now.
I love his face, man. I love his face.
Out the box, Major Blood and Zartan were two of my favorites to purchase. The experience of getting those and getting them in hand was just no other. It was a little bit of a letdown that it was a re-release of the body on Major Blood, but it wasn't the end of the fucking world. Now Zartan, all original, fucking banging. 10 out of 10. I give him a 12 out of 10.
Hey, so we got the Serpentor treatment. I would love to get, even though I'd have to pay for it again, I would like to be able to have his swamp skier somehow.
Yeah, they gotta they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it.
In 25th anniversary, it was like this. It looked like a Japanese toy. You know where they take toys and they like squish them and squeeze them and make them look like they turn cars into like little corny looking cars. Like it's the same version. Like they'll take a Skyline and they'll squish it and make it look like a cartoon kind of, right? They did that with Zartan's swamp skiff. They like squished it down, made it this one piece of plastic.
Yeah.
Only thing it's good for is roasting marshmallows on because it deserves to be in the fire.
Dum dum dum. All right.
But people are printing these and bringing it to the market and just bringing the pain where Hasbro's missing out because you did the Ram cycle, you did the coil, the chameleon, you've already done Zartan. When are we going to get that? Oh, wait, when we get another repaint of Zartan? Is that coming?
Unfortunately, so.
Yeah, it'll be here.
They're waiting to, you know what they're doing, Viper. They're waiting to see how successful. There was no way they were going to give us a swamp skier in the beginning of this line.
But they gave us a Zartan early.
They needed to, but they're like, man, we just don't know. The problem is Hasbro won't take risks. Anything that's a risk, they just make us crowdfund it.
Yeah, but what's a risk now because the Sky Striker went off so good? You better bring a Rattler to go against the Sky Striker now.
We learned with the retro 3 3/4 line, they are not going to finish anything they start, bro. I mean,
all right. So hold on with classified. What do you think?
Sky Strike is too big. Maybe that Rattler, it's smaller. So maybe that might be the next HasLab.
For the next HasLab, what would you honestly think you would see moving forward? Like, what do you guys think we would see moving forward with that?
Well, they got to give us fucking Cover Girl's fucking vehicle. Come on. They already got a fucking Hiss. They got to give a Joe. They can't go 2 Cobras.
oh, but they will. That's the thing. They don't do anything as what we're used to. They're heavy on one side of the pendulum as opposed to swinging at both sides. You know what I mean?
That's
But
like,
I do want to say this before you go, Viper. We have all had a lot of different opinions. Us on the panel, people in the chat, and nobody has done anything that has kind of fucked with anybody. And I gotta say, a huge shout out for everybody because that's where a lot of shit happens where people can't get along. Everybody in here's been fired tonight, man. Awesome.
well, for kids like me, I'm not getting any Joes that I like. There's not a lot of 90s Joes. Like, where's Salvo? Where's the low light version 2? Things like that. So it's
nobody wants that shit.
Yeah, you and your dolls. Go put your dolls back on the shelf.
Yes, man. Yo, listen. If we get I'm pretty sure they're gonna do that shit and give you one of those goofy motherfuckers. But
They better.
They didn't do that before they give a sci-fi. I'm gonna fucking do something to them motherfuckers, man.
I'm preaching for Star Brigade Rock and Roll or Star Brigade Roadblock. I want it. I want it. Any motherfuckers.
That one, it looked pretty cool. I can't complain.
See, that's the thing. Are we accepting of other generations to be able to get theirs?
Anything?
Hold on. To get theirs, what they'd like to see. We need to be. There needs to be sections to where 90s stuff, 2000 stuff gets made into this 6-inch. We got to be accepting of different people in their different eras. So
true, but motherfuckers have to wait in line, man. There's so many that have to come out before those come out, man.
Check this out. Kid, make the wave. So we want to be politically correct with everything we do, right? So start making waves. Something from a Real American Hero, something from 90s. Then make another wave, a Real American Hero, something from the 2000s. In the same case, right there. Everybody's
Classified. I think Classified should have been a Real American Hero, and now with the retro line, that should be all the sprinklings of the subsets and all the other shit you want to do. Give us the card backs we want, fucking, because the tearing open of the package is the release. That is what I crave. Like, opening a Classified is boring as shit. You pop it open. It's like getting out some school lunch or bullshit. I like to get it out and dump it on the table. It's a different experience.
Yeah. What's cool is they gave us a 3-pack of Vipers. So they could give us a 3-pack of 3 different fucking, you want to do an era, you got Star Brigade motherfuckers. You get 3 of them off rip. You know what I'm saying?
If they're going to do that, I think if they really are going to do that, they need to do the 3 Dreadnoks at once, but they're not. They're already doing other ones. Like, dude, Ripper, Buzzer, and Torch in a 3-pack. Yeah.
Unfortunately,
get your wallet books out.
Unfortunately, Viper, I don't think they're going to touch much 90s Joes. You want to know why? Because when you talk about OGs, the first thing they're going to tell you is, I'm out on the 90s stuff. It's just too corny. Through talking to you,
I'm out on it, but
through talking to you, I listen to what you have to say, and I find the meat and potatoes of the line. So whereas originally I looked past it, I said, I don't want to see that. But there's meat and potatoes of the 90s, and they need love. But do I think Hasbro's going to hook you up? Probably. They're going to hook you up maybe on a rare exclusive. Some fucking... And then maybe.
So the next convention, aren't they bringing out Starduster? I don't know who's making it, but supposedly they're gonna have a whole bunch of motherfucking.
What's up, Sunder? Appreciate you.
Yeah, they're Classified. They look classified, didn't they? And they were Stardusters, and they look pretty dang good. I'll give them credit.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
If they're going by what they're trying to tell people that they have, how many they have to buy to get in on it and shit at the convention, how many of these
So we got
gonna
Sunder saying 82 to 86 is at least first. And I hear that with some of the older guys. And for me as a kid, I'm okay with that because I look back at the past. All my friends had the old shit, and I'm like, oh, why can't I go buy that Cobra Commander? Why can't I get that Snake Eyes? No, I had to go settle for the fucking neon shit.
82 to 89 has to come out way before fucking that motherfucker you just floated by the screen comes out. Definitely.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Bro, he got a shark that's a missile launcher for a backpack.
Right,
You can't ask for a better play toy because all these Transformer people would probably love this. It's a robotic shark that shoots missiles, man.
Yo, man. Yo, come on, man. Yo.
Yeah.
It still goes. It still goes.
It should.
Wow.
Yeah, it does.
Little limp. It was good.
Well, this one's made in Russia, so I'm sure the spring might not be as good as the Hasbro one.
Yeah.
Chernobyl metal, bro.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
that's why it looks like this. They don't change colors.
That's what I'm saying. We together from different eras have come up with
But-
ways for everybody to be happy. It's
It's shot on its own. It did good.
It's not that hard to satisfy multiple generations.
Listen, I don't give a fuck what comes out, but keep bringing shit out. Like, you know what I mean? Why these fucking stores have nothing on their shelves? We're waiting for shit, and then these motherfuckers made it so that we're happy that Zorana and all these motherfuckers are coming out when they should have been out months ago. How are we praising these motherfuckers for we see fucking Bazooka coming out. He should have been out fucking months ago, bro. At least in America already.
Animal Mother Customs, you're not going to control what they make. Just sit back and enjoy. In this day and age, you can speak things into existence. You can make it happen.
They made Roadblock.
Yeah,
they went back and made Heavy Artillery Roadblock because people were like, fuck no, what are you doing?
This Animal Mother, this is why me and Viper are doing this show. We want people to hear our voices. You speak it, it's in existence nowadays, man. We'll see. But that's how shit works with a lot of this shit, man. The loudest wheel gets the most grease, and social media can make that happen like a motherfucker.
And make sure you don't overlook 90s Joes, because if this came out in classified, y'all would have a damn meltdown.
Oh my
God, what is that? Oh, it's horrible. That's horrible.
Just fucking gun, my G. What's up with that?
It's a trident, just like monkey wrenches, bro. It was cool for monkey wrench, but it ain't cool for my guy, right? It's cool for monkey wrench, but not when it's got a shark attached to it.
So did you have more points that you wanted to make, kid? Because I know me and Viper made a lot of our points.
Yeah, we talking shit.
I just think at this point, ARAH is an ARAH. You know what I mean? Like, if they're coming out in other countries and we have to fucking to quill our fucking addiction, we have to fucking buy it from another country. It's sad because it's an American toy. You know what I'm saying?
But they stripped that from any packaging.
I know. I mean, it's been an international toy though. Like, and I think where we forget that is they took a Real American Hero line, which was, let's say, the engine or the conducting train of the train, and that started it all in America. That's where the bread and butter came. They started subletting them molds out. Brazil, Argentina, Egypt, China, Japan, Russia. So they are an international hero. They've lived up to that name. I think that fits it line. I think they should have named this instead of classified. It should have been G.I. Joe International Heroes. So this way, if it does show up in goddamn Greece, who cares? Like, at least get it to us around the same amount that they get it.
Can I say something very unpopular? But if we're gonna talk about shit, we gotta say some shit that may challenge us. So it is fucked up that the stuff that we wanted to get and we're waiting for a long time was coming out in different regions. Do we think we're the center of the universe when it comes to releasing these? Do we think we should be first? What do you think, kid?
First, bro. Hell yeah.
Why do you think
It's
that?
G.I. Joe. You know what I mean? G.I. Joe is a fucking American brand. You know what I'm saying? Before anything else.
Why did they strip a real American hero from all of this line?
Because
they hate that. They
America
hate that.
Fucking around the world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So was this their attempt to say, look, we didn't put a real American hero on the packaging, and we got out to international just to check you motherfuckers?
Who knows? You know.
Nah, I don't care. Like, it's not about the ego thing. Like, but if you're making the real American hero line, it's kind of, do they call it that again?
So me and my buddy
They didn't on the 25th.
Me and my buddy talk about that all the time, Viper. He's like, it's a real American hero line. Why the fuck are they getting this shit first? Fucking Canada, fucking this. And I'm like, bro, they removed it from the fucking packaging because, well, I guess it's not politically correct now, which I don't support that shit. I just be me. I'm going to do what I'm going to be cool to people. I'm not going to demonstratize them, right?
I think they wanted to make the classified line for everybody. And I think that's why they changed it. But back in the 25th, it doesn't say a real American hero. They stopped using that in the 90s.
But
they did.
Because they had the real American hero line. They had a whole nother line called that.
But what's upsetting to me is we're almost the last motherfuckers to get it. Like, I get it that the shit has to be made in another country, but damn. You know what I mean? We're seeing pictures of motherfuckers in France getting a whole fucking new wave we can't get. You know what I mean? It's just upsetting. You know what I mean?
What's up, Raw Talk, Real Deal?
That's one of the reasons why I don't fuck with it, because I don't have that stress of trying to find these fucking figures. You know what I mean? Or wait until it gets to Jersey. Meanwhile, you know, my guys in California, the shits are falling off the fucking shelves over there. And every time I go into fucking Walmart or Target, none of these motherfuckers are on the shelves. You know what I mean? So I don't have that problem. I make whatever I want, I make at this point.
Profit Director says it's not a real American hero or Valor versus Venom or Rise of Cobra or Sigma 6 or 25th.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was saying. It's more classified. They're trying to make it its own thing, but they're using the designs from a real American hero now going forward in most of them, right?
So, let's pose a question, Viper, to because we do this show every week when permitting, and we got Kid here tonight.
Yeah,
Kid says he's not in on classified no more. What could, if you could tell anything to Hasbro, what would get you back into classified? Is there anything? If so, what is it?
Remove the numbers first and foremost, so I'm not a slave, because a part of me wants to be a completionist. A lot of us have that tendency, and it's not something that's wrong with us. It's just kind of, it could be an OCD redundancy that some people might have. So, you know, some of us are fucked in the head. Then
we weren't completionists back then. We couldn't be. We didn't have the money. You know,
we didn't have the money, and we didn't have the availability to buy what we wanted, because a lot of time you go in, you see what you like. The next time you go in, it is gone and not there, because everybody in the neighborhood is buying the same shit and we're all fighting them. So I might see Johnny from down the street with Naugahyde that I didn't get, but he got it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, oh shit, you're the one that got the Naugahyde from Eckerd's, huh? He's like, yeah, I got the last one.
Yeah. First off, we have the money to be completionists.
Somewhat.
And then come on.
Right. You can't.
These aren't fucking
they're not what you buy.
You know what I'm saying?
They're not what you buy, Mr.
One
$200 figures. I'm
1/6
too good for
scale.
classified.
Listen, B, listen, this, you
Well,
know what it
so
I
is.
got the upper echelon shit.
You know what
so
I mean?
okay, condense it, Viper. Before we go to Kid, what will get you back in? Condense it down real quick.
Just drop the numbers so I can pick up at random. I don't want to have to build an army, but if I want to have a few on my shelf to go with my O-rings and my 25th and whatever, it's cool for me to do that. I'm not a slave to it. With the numbers, I felt like I was a slave and I had to back away and completely stop.
Go ahead, Kid. What will get you if there's anything that could get you back in? What would it be?
Could get me in. No, but what would get me into it is more variety and put these motherfuckers on shelves. Because I can't get into something that's not there. If I
You know
go to
what?
the store,
You know what, Kid? I think the argument is you guys order everything on fucking line anyway. There's people that are pushing back on that. So go ahead.
if I order it, there's always pre-orders. It's not like I still gotta wait. If I fucking buy something, I want it right there. You know what I mean? It's coming on Wednesday. I don't want to hear, yeah, buy it now because it'll be here in fucking May. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? I want this shit. Put the shit in stores. Put the shit readily online. I don't want to have
So
to wait for anything.
if they made sci-fi, would you not care no more and you just buy him and be done and just have him on the shelf somewhere? Or would you just want sci-fi and then not still buy it?
I love sci-fi, and when it comes out, I definitely will have it. But at this point, I don't have a stake in classified because I'm too far gone. Like I said, if I want it, I'll get the shit from my brother. You know what I mean? Because unbeknownst to y'all, he talks all that craziness, but he has it all. You know what I'm saying? 3-4 times over. So I can get it, but I choose to stay in my lane. I don't want to veer off. I don't want to start collecting a whole bunch of things. You know what I mean? I don't have the brain capacity to be scattered brained.
Yeah, you know what
a bunch of stuff.
You know what I do, Kid? I collect what the fuck I want. These numbers.
Do what you want.
There was a time frame when I was a completionist in the 2000s. I stopped that shit fast, dude. So I cherry pick everything. Like y'all motherfuckers ain't gonna make me tripping on nothing. I'll get what I want, and that's how I'm gonna do it. I need to read through some comments, guys.
Yeah.
Arkansas says, I just remember as a kid, one season said international heroes instead of real American heroes.
Yeah, they made a special 4-pack that was the international heroes. It was Budo, Big Bear, Spirit, and I think Big Ben.
And this is the problem with this is just the problem. Real quick, I'll touch on it because we're up against it. We're later than we said we would be. But there's a lot of people here and we like to talk to them when we can. But it now pre-order and you get it a year later. So I like to the newness wears off. You order it, it's just not when you were
damn near forget about it. You know what I'm saying? Or it comes on shelves and you got the pre-order sitting here. You got to fucking go and cancel the pre-order because you got it already. Like, it's weird.
Yeah. There says, I agree with Kid. They need to be on shelves. Someone made a point about certain things should always be on shelves. For G.I. Joe, I think a Bat Trooper and Good Guy Trooper should always be on shelves.
That's a good way to look at it. Vipers should always be on shelves. And you can rotate them like between Vipers and Troopers because people love those things, and swap out with, like you said, a G.I. Joe army builder guy. I mean, give them some green shirts.
Profit Director says, all these complaints aren't problems. They're your personal hangups. With due respect, Profit Director, we have gone through so many hits. This hasn't just been a bitch session about classified.
Yeah.
We all have personal, you call them hangups. They're not hangups. They're personal preferences. If we can't get on board with each other's personal preference, then what are we doing? So where you may be upset about something, where I may be upset about something somebody else isn't, and that's fine. M3 Review says, I love Hasbro. They're doing a great job. I'm not quitting classified. So there's somebody who enjoys, right? There's the flip of the coin with fucking anything. It doesn't matter with fucking toys. Everything has a flip of a coin. Just get along while we're flipping it. Let's see.
Well, I mean, if you don't think that the boxes changing size and colors throughout the line is a problem, I mean, I guess that's just
If
your personal
if
opinion.
we can't understand people's likes and dislikes, then fuck it, right?
Yeah, I mean, so like not everybody cares about the boxes. I get that,
Right.
but some people do. They
That's
want to
right.
display it a little bit, and for it to change to jump to the movie figs to the black from the 00 to the, you know, it's a little crazy. So there are a few things that we could have complaints about that I think if they just stuck with one thing and stayed with that, I don't think anybody would even be talking about it. So it's like,
look what this says right here. At the point when this shirt was made, you could hardly find one of these motherfuckers in store. It
yeah.
was a fucking motherfuckers was driving to Brooklyn to see if they could get the last one. Hopefully, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Raw Talk says I pick and choose what I want. So
Yeah.
let's say you have a conversation with somebody and you communicate and they say they like something you don't. Oh, fucking boxes are cool. I like that you can't see through them. I'm not, no problem. I look at them and say, congratulations. I'm glad that makes you happy. Bro, good. Good. I'm glad that there's something that makes you happy. I don't have to put my 2 cents and say, fuck that box. What the fuck you talking about? You know what I mean?
Only thing a problem, like, if you like these closed boxes, you might be sitting there with a fucking bag of ramen noodles in the motherfucker.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Hey,
So is this not a problem? Because to a certain, if you say that they're just personal complaints, but getting ramen in your package, I mean, that's a pretty big problem.
and the fact, so let's say we're good with, everybody's good with the package, but the package needs some work. All right, we both know the material in the package isn't real nice, and they just came
I don't
out
care about that. I really don't. Like,
some people do.
I get that. I get that. With now with the new threat of getting ramen in the package and fucking little bricks full of cardboard and stuff like that, there's a way more less inclination to buy the stuff because it's like, oh man, it ain't just happening with this. Like figure swapping and ramen noodles is rampant. And I don't think it's just Hasbro's problem, but it makes buying online now more of a threat with the windowless packaging.
Yeah, but
unless you're getting it straight from Hasbro, you know
right.
what I mean?
Let me see. Let me make sure because I got behind a little bit. But no.
So DFS says he found a MPM transformer with Legos inside. The Legos might be worth more than the transformer.
I would think.
Yeah. Your opinion. Your opinion.
Oh,
Hey,
go try to buy Legos, genuine Legos.
No, I understand what you're saying. I'm not a fan of mainline Transformers. What they put out, so this isn't just happening with a certain brand. It's happening across the board. They're cheapening out with lots of toys.
Yeah.
And that Transformers are cheapening out too, bro. That's hey.
Yeah, the boxes are fire animal. I agree with you. Oh no, he means put them in the fire. That's what he means. He's an anti-MOC guy.
Right.
Yeah, poor Aaron. I think didn't Aaron get some noodles? Sean got some noodles. This guy I know.
No. Come on.
That face.
We know people in the community that got noodles.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you.
Right. You told me that. I want to
say I'm not, this ain't hearsay. The only one that was hearsay was the Facebook one that I sent you. Right. The other one was from Trans Aaron and another one was from Sean. I don't think the one from Sean I sent to you, that might have been a mistake.
Why? That's the thing, but you got to understand that as a distributor, they watch social media, they watch all this shit. They have sections in their company for watching social media, for keeping caught up on it. The motherfucker that tells me that they're not checking everything out that's associated with their name, I'm not buying it. So everybody is known. This shit was happening in the 2000s. People were swapping figures as long as I can remember. They've been
Right.
doing
Yeah.
that. So Hasbro just made it easier. But they're just going to keep telling us, hey, it's for the environment. So if it's for the environment, how the fuck are you releasing the retro carded series and continuing it? That's all about plastic. So why are you talking out the side of your ass?
The retro is great because there's no chance of popping that off and putting it back to as good as factory. Ain't no chance.
I know there's not, but it goes against their plastic policy. Why is it still
Nah, that's bullshit. I think from their standpoint, it's bullshit because it's there. I have them. I own them. I've opened them. Like it's available. So you're on this big kick about making these big cardboard boxes that's all recyclable when you have major complaints coming through of people being ripped off, vendors being ripped off, and all you do is refund the money. I guess you're out of it. Like their hands are tied. They don't care. It seems like.
Listen to me. It has nothing to do with the environment. It has everything to do with their pockets. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's cheaper to make the fucking cardboard.
Don't let them lie to you. Don't let them lie to you. We're smart enough. We've been around for a while. Don't let them con you.
My alternative is you make a harder card back like the Marvel Legend one. Okay. You put a regular bubble on it. You put the figure in there like they used to, where this sucker is bouncing around in there against cardboard. All the accessories go in a little bubble above the top. And you have the card art, and that's all you need. You don't need nothing else. But they don't want to go to the basics. And I think the basics of where the foundation of something started is an answer to it all. You have minimal recycled plastic just to cover this guy. There's no theft chance. And you can check the visual from the figure to the card art there.
Less cardboard as well.
Yeah, way less cardboard. There's one piece.
They're still producing Marvel Legends Spider-Man series. Look how thin this card. This is Baroness, right? Look how thin that is. Same company. Now look what they're still producing. It's on the shelves right now. Look how robust and thick that is.
Yeah,
dude. You're fucking lying to us. You're still producing this right here, Marvel Legends.
Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
And it's built like.
And look how good that looks.
Look.
I'm saying you could even go less plastic and don't have them all there looking legit and beautiful. Just have him in there with his arms against his fucking side. Like we used to get as kids. Ain't nobody give a fuck. And they still mount it on their walls and think it looks good.
Yeah.
And it saves the environment. It placates to the OG guys. And then, for God's sakes, give us a file card that's worth a fuck. Even if you copy and paste the old shit all over again.
Yeah.
The biggest problem I have, I like to turn that thing over. I like to read about the figure. It's just, so you want to keep it international. It's losing headcanon and validity with your 1.5 sentence freaking description. So I've got behind on chat. That might be the indicator that we need to shut this bitch down tonight. I think we have covered.
I think the only folks Hasbro answers to are Walmart, Target, and Walgreens. They say jump. Hasbro says how high. That's a good point. Disney definitely killed Hasbro. I think they got them by the balls for their licenses.
I don't know, man. I think if they are, then why are they not carrying them more? Anyway? We're not going to try to figure out their distribution problems. It's not our job to figure out why their distribution problems are fucked. Well, I think they think their distribution is fine. Keep people wanting, keep people on the hook, keep people fighting. Boom. We got them. Hook, line, and sinker.
That, and I also think that the ports are not working as well because they talked about earlier how some of the West Coast stuff is being rerouted to the East Coast to get through. So that's what's taken so long in some aspects.
I mean, some things are out of their control, but a lot of things are in their control, and they just don't give a fuck. Like,
so, I can make a counter to that, right? Why is it that the Wakanda Forever shit is all up in the stores right on time for the movie?
There's
Because
because of
I
that.
don't care. I don't care if it's Wakanda Forever. They did it with Shang-Chi too. Like when the Shang-Chi movie hit, they had all that shit. Thor, they had all that shit. You know what I mean?
there's support that they have for the figures. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We have no
Right.
support and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Check out DFS.
Well,
DFS says they have X amount of plastic, so triple X amount of plastic. Disney gets 2 of those. That wouldn't surprise me, man. So that and like Larkin said, he references Amazon. Amazon, that dude is the most power. He's one of the richest people in the world. He's got the most power. So when it comes to Disney and Amazon, that's probably where most of their shit lies, Viper and Kid. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Right. Yeah, because they got to make the Buzz Lightyears. They got to make the Forkies. You
Man,
know what I mean?
don't be blaming on my Toy Story shit, bro. No, I'm just
No, it
playing.
ain't about the
Okay,
Toy
I know,
Story. It's about the Forky
I know.
era. That's the problem. Is the
I'm just playing
Forky?
with you.
The fuck is this? Pipe cleaner, spoon with googly eye shit.
Hey, with that being said, we have gone off on a Disney tangent. We're gonna close this down. I'm gonna
It's
let
about
everybody
distribution
have. Kid,
a
go ahead
little
and
bit.
say what you'd like to say. Moving on out of here, man.
Damn, you got me. You got me stuck, man. Collect what you want to collect. Obviously, people, we have complaints, but we're still gonna stick with the line when they bring shit out. Uh, just be happy with what you have, man. Listen, I'm pretty sure back in the day, we weren't this fortunate to have complaints like this. So, just be grateful for what you have. You know what I mean? I'm glad you're muted right now because I don't give a shit about that toy right
Dude,
there.
that's the best. That's the
Your
best,
mic
man.
on, Cobra.
Go ahead, Viper.
Nah, it's cool. I knew it was off. I was just making mouth movements because I say, you had a great point. Be thankful for what you do got. Enjoy the ones that you love. Throw the other ones in the fucking trash. Do whatever you do, but at least it's here because we could be back in the dark ages. We could be back in the G.I. Joe extreme ages, or we could be in the fucking 90s again.
The desolate era where there was nothing being produced.
Yeah. To me, that was the gravy train though, because if you were buying Joes in those years, people were just moving them. They're like, yeah, get it out of here.
Yep.
Yeah, a lot of stuff is expensive these days, especially O-rings.
Right.
Especially with the clown in office.
Yeah.
So I want to say thank you to Kid. I finally was
Good
able to
night.
talk with him. Dude, we've been trying to get on a show together for a while, man. So shout out to Kid.
It worked.
Shout out to everybody in the chat, man. Everybody was fire. Everybody had different opinions. I appreciate everybody. No dukes were put up tonight. No dukes. Put up your dukes. What's up, TF fan page? We're getting ready to get out of here, but that's another show we're gonna do.
Yep.
Are you taking for granted G.I. Joe? Okay, so we have all kinds of topics, right? Even though we say that we have things we don't like, we said things we do like. Here's the difference: they need to be held accountable. Everybody who does a job needs to be held accountable. It doesn't mean we hate your product. It means there are things that you could do to help us out to make it better, right? It's just being held accountable. So don't think that any of us on here are hating on Hasbro, hating on G.I. Joe. We're fortunate to be able to have the stuff that they do produce, but you can't take our time and money for granted. When you don't take my time and money for granted, I got more respect for you. So, there are so many people in the chat. I do appreciate and we're gonna get Kid on a show to where he can show his passion, the stuff that he likes. I do think our next show could possibly be is with Animal Mother Customs, so we can kind of put his customs up on blast and get his craft going, because he was a
Tough.
like Kid was saying and Viper was saying earlier, there's a lot of people out there who are really doing some fire customs, and they deserve to have some shine out there. And we are going to continue to supply that platform. But this was the Serpent's Lair. Kid with the Kung Fu grip. That's right.
Oh shit.
Do the little Uzi again.
Oh shit. Yeah, I appreciate everybody, man. Y'all are bangers. I do want to give a huge shout out to Joe Bros on IG. Appreciate you guys invite me in on that shit. Good shit in there. I appreciate it. With that being said, we are gonna get the fuck out.
Go the fuck home.
That's right. Stick
There you go.
around. Stick around, guys. Hold the freeze frame so we don't get stuck in a loop. Oh, here.